Hello, this is Xbox Ahoy, and this is the 17th episode of my Black Ops 2 attachment guide. In this episode, we're covering the adjustable stock. The stock has its roots in the Stalker perk, first introduced in Modern Warfare 3, and sees its return as an attachment instead in Black Ops 2. In real life, a weapon stock is an important factor for infantry accuracy. The ability to brace a long arm comfortably against a shoulder makes for a much more stable, and therefore more accurate, firing platform. In-game, the adjustable stock is available for the assault rifles, shotguns, SMGs and LMGs. It is entirely compatible with any other attachment. The stock's effect is relatively simple. You'll be able to move faster while aiming down your sights, as your mobility while aiming is normally subject to a penalty dependent on weapon class. Assault rifles see perhaps the greatest benefit overall, with their default ADS movement speed buffed from 40% to 88%. This makes for a great pairing with aggressive incisor assault rifle builds, as you'll be able to preserve accuracy while driving into enemy territory, enhancing your odds of surviving a close quarters gunfight versus an enemy wielding an SMG. Shotguns see less overall benefit, with the stock taking the already high 80% ADS mobility to just 88% instead. This marginal benefit is of dubious virtue with the buckshot firing options, as their hipfire performance is usually pretty good. Only the KSG is a useful candidate, with its need for aimed accuracy. Even so, a mere 8% increase perhaps isn't worth a pick 10 point. The quick draw handle is usually a far better answer for the KSG's demand for rapid precision. SMGs see an increase from 80% to 100% speed while aiming with the stock, allowing you to walk at full speed with no penalty. This effect is most useful on the higher damage, slower firing SMGs, where aiming down sights is more critical. The PDW-57 and MSMC the best fit for this attachment. The faster firing options tend to perform just fine from the hip, so a laser sight might be a better pairing for reactive fire without a loss of peripheral vision. The lethargic LMGs see a relatively sizable increase from 32% to 72% while aiming with the stock, although this comes with amplified sight sway while on the move. For a static defensive class, this mobility isn't particularly useful, but if you plan on employing the LMGs in a slightly more aggressive role, the stock can be a good fit. It might be best to pair the stock with a low zoom optic to preserve peripheral vision while on the move. The 1.35 times zoom of the reflex is the lowest on offer for the LMGs, but the ultra-low 1.1 times magnification of the MMS is very useful for the other weapon classes. This means you retain nearly all peripheral vision, in addition to the MMS's X-ray vision. Paired with the stock, this combo can be very effective when sweeping into enemy territory. The adjustable stock is a universally beneficial attachment that enables more rapid movement while retaining pinpoint precision. It's a great choice for aggressive builds with assault rifles and SMGs, where you can't always guarantee a good firing position in gunfights. Being better equipped to maneuver mid-conflict can bamboozle your opposition. Rapid strafing can help confound their aim, all while keeping your sights trained on your mark. This instant accuracy benefits the slow-handling, slower firing weapons the most. The stock can compensate for any lack of hipfire ability. As such, the attachment might prove less useful for weapons with favourable hipfire characteristics. Such weapons are less reliant on accuracy, and so can usually land the first shot in a gunfight without needing to aim. I'd also avoid the stock with the shotguns, as the benefit is relatively limited and their need for accuracy less marked in most cases. Nevertheless, there are no downsides to the attachment, and it's simply a matter of best using your pick 10 points. For some, the stock is an essential choice, the nimbler handling easily missed once you become accustomed to it. So, when considering your available options, if you value your mobility and can't compromise on accuracy, perhaps it's time to take stock. Thanks for watching, this has been Xbox Ahoy. Join me for the next attachment guide when I'll be covering the grenade launcher. Until then, farewell.